Hello, I am back again after much anticipation. I forgot what my last video was. It was probably months ago, because I'm telling you, I have 3-month video separations. But, I'm finally back again, and I think I found the perfect thing to make a video on. It is none other than the spectral fiend himself, the cunning and cruel undead warrior, the servant of the enchantress, Donovan, aka Specter Knight. So, this is the Specter Knight plush from Wheel of Fine. You may remember about a year ago, a little over a year ago, I did a review on the other 4 Shovel Knight plushes, and since then, they have came out with a 5th one of Specter Knight, because he recently got the Specter of Torment campaign that came out and was absolutely fantastic and made me cry and many other things. And they've made a plush of Specter Knight himself, so I think that's really cool. And they announced this September 1st or 2nd, sometime during PAX West, and they were selling these there, and then they said that they'll eventually be on Wheel of Fine, and they did, and unlike last time, they were not for pre-order, they were just straight up order, which I liked a lot, because pre-ordering stuff on Wheel of Fine is pretty terrible, to say the least. Sorry, Wheel of Fine, but your shipping, it makes me very anxious and annoyed sometimes, but I digress. Let us get into Specter Knight himself. So this is Specter Knight. If you don't know who Specter Knight is, he's the main character in the Specter of Torment expansion in Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, and he's one of the Order of No Quarter. He has a very tragic past, and he's just a really interesting character, and I won't spoil all the different stuff about him, because I think you should play the Shovel Knight yourself. But here is his big scythe, and it is very big. In fact, I don't know what's with my camera, but for some reason everything's just very zoomed in. I don't know why. Is it like zoomed in or something? No, it's not. It's just everything about Specter Knight is pretty big. Here's his big scythe. It has 1 magnet in it, and it's somewhere... here it is. It's right here. You kind of see where the stitch is. It's right under that. And that can go into his hand, or his other hand, and he has a lot less magnets than, say, Plague Knight, who had like 50 magnets. But that's his scythe. It's very big and pretty... Mine's kind of curved, but oh well. I'm going to put this to the side, because it's very big and it kind of gets in the way sometimes. But here's Specter Knight himself. Here he has his very long legs. His legs are a lot longer than the other ones. He's probably... He's pretty different. Not as different as the Tropical King, but not as... But he's like right in the middle. He has his little feats and his armor. He has his pauldrons, which are a bit smaller than Shovel Knight and Shield Knights. He's got his little kind of arm guard things, his arm armor. If you go on his back, you can see his tattered crimson cloak, not the Donovan set, not the ghostly garb, not the raiment of risk, not what are the other ones? The striker's shawl, not the cloak of clemency, but is that all of them? Not the rail mail, but the crimson cloak. And he looks very nice. It's very, very good. And for some reason, you can take his hood off. And then there's Specter Knight without his hood. You just see his helmet, and that's it. Why they put this? I have no idea. Specter Knight never takes off his hood. The only time he does take off his hood is... Well, that's getting into spoiler territory, but all I'll say is he's not necessarily Specter Knight just yet when he does have his hood off. But, yeah, it looks good. It kind of comes off a bit easily sometimes, but you can't really do anything about it unless you actually stitch it. And his mask, the mask part of his helmet, is actually, like, part of the, like, head itself. It's not, like, coming off of it. But he fixes his little... And it goes, like, a bit, like that on the end of it, so that's cool. And obviously this is based off his Specter of Torment design, because he doesn't have, like, the big cloak. He has more of his cape. And his scythe just knocks into his hand. You can put it on that hand. And his scythe is just huge. Like, his scythe is pretty big in game. It's, like, probably as big as him. And you can put it on that hand if you want. The Wheel of Fine website advertises it as he can kind of put his scythe in one hand or two hands, but it says that he has two magnates in his scythe, and the sun is coming out, but it only has one right there, unless there's like one extra one that's just somewhere at the end of his scythe. His scythe only has one of them. But that's not a big deal, because when I have him on my armoire, I just have him with just in one hand. So I think that is about it with Specter Knight. Is that it? I believe so. But let's do a little size comparison. Here is him next to, or in the back of Shovel Knight. Of course, Specter Knight is one of the tallest characters in Shovel Knight. In terms of the Order of No Quarter, I think he's the third tallest. Polar Knight is obviously the tallest, and I think Treasure Knight is the second tallest. And I think Specter is then the third tallest, the shortest being Tinker Knight, obviously. And then there's Shield Knight, who's also pretty tall, but not as tall as Specter Knight. I don't remember if Shield Knight is taller than him or not. She might be. I don't remember. Plague Knight, who is actually almost as tall as him. Plague Knight, everyone's favorite. My second favorite, not my favorite, and of course the Tropical King, because just for hee-hees and giggles, there's the Tropical King. But we're not here to talk about those four. That was for another video, and that's already been done. And this video was just focusing on Specter Knight. So overall, he's very, very neat. He's very edgy. He's very, very cool, like he should be. And I'm very pleased with him. He's the cheapest plush that they have. The others are $28 full price, but Specter Knight, he's only $25. $3 less, but I just feel like, wow, it's just so much more different. I think, in terms of complaints, I feel like the hood coming off was pretty useless. I mean, it's neat, and you can kind of get how much down you want the hood to go, but that's as far as you want it to go. If you want it any higher than that, then it looks weird. That's like that's how much down Specter Knight's hood goes. I wish this could have been a bit thicker, but that's not a big deal. Yeah, it's kind of about it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's really good. I love him, as always. I'll put a link to if you want to buy him in the description down below. Get him quick, because it's only a matter of time before next thing you know they're sold out and they go for $50 on Amazon or eBay. So I would recommend getting your hands on him quick if you want him. Because right now the only other plush available is Shield Knight, and everyone wants Plague Knight, but you know, Plague Knight is just... He's never gonna come back in stock, I don't know why. So, hopefully they'll make a King Knight next. If they don't make a King Knight plush, then I'll be very surprised. Maybe they'll make Black Knight, or the Enchantress, or maybe Mona, maybe Bard. Go away, son, you're being annoying. I'm serious, go away. We don't need you. Specter Knight doesn't like the light, he likes the darkness. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll leave my website down below to go follow me on all my different social medias, Twitter, Instagram, or my 3DS, my Wii, or even my Switch if you want. Everything is in my website down below. So just click on that and you'll see all my stuff. I'm Mr. Noodle Knight on pretty much everything. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back in another 50 months, and toodles.